It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we've got the Dragons' superstar wide receiver. He's got a lot of momentum coming off a 160-yard game last week.
With the skyline of Manhattan as our backdrop, we are across the East River in the fabled borough of Brooklyn, New York. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the London Monarchs taking on the Dragons of Brooklyn. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Brooklyn ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, two 1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in week 4. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Throwing to start the drive, Ellsworth. And Davis has it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Ellsworth. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
To throw again, Ellsworth. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. When you look at this defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 25 yards that time.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back to throw again. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. They run. It's Tucker. The numbers for him from a week ago. 22 carries, 117 yards, and a touchdown.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play, and the chains move. Here's Tucker. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And 3rd and 8 now. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
But they took the shot, didn't get it. There's definitely a difference here because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Yeah, opening drive, holding him to 3. Psychologically, maybe a win for the defense. And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be let out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Able to slither by. And he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
On 1st and 10, Anderson. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Anderson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Calling a gain of a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. But you look at this defense. They've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. 3rd and 8.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Off play action. Ellsworth working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
What my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And they'll run with Tucker. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun, Ellsworth. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Alexander. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7.
At the 7-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Ellsworth. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Not sure what happened out there, but looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
That's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. Set to return it. Here's Turner. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the
rush coming, and he's taken down. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. And on now is the punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And some room to work. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 63 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they top 30. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
On 1st and 10, Ellsworth. Right back to Davis. It's complete. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. Second quarter now. It's Brooklyn in possession. To throw on 2nd down. Ellsworth. And he's got it. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. London about set to take over on offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
3rd and 2. Now a give right side. Cox. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains.
Again, 11 on the play. And the London first down.
Now Anderson. Throw out wide is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Well, they're going option play on 3rd down. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. They bring their punter out there now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 82 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Ellsworth. He finds his man. Complete. It's man. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On the ground, it's Tucker. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This offense so far on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Ellsworth. Pass taken in by his big tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
On first down, Ellsworth. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
He finds his man, complete. It's Alexander. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So the penalty rightfully declined. They'll keep the yardage on the completion.
Still some disagreement by the defense, though, because he thought that was just good, strong coverage, and the contact's going both ways, so why is there a flag? In the end, though, doesn't matter. Still a completed pass.
It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. He'll try again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
Tucker is in for a touchdown. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So that drive, 12 plays in length. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down.
13 yards. First down, London.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Leonard. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Cox. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cox, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 47 now, that work with a 2nd and 7. Now he'll try to run with this. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Ellsworth. Throw left side complete. That's Alexander. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Up the middle they go. It's Tucker, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. They'll keep it on the ground. Tucker. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Anderson throwing on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Barker. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now Anderson on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Leonard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Man, he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. A lot to get to here this final day of September. So let's get started. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far. But there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Ellsworth throwing the out route incomplete. It's man. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild. And here's another completion for good yardage.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Tucker. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Tucker. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. London about set to take over on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And that's his second sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
To throw is Anderson. To throw on 2nd down. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety.
All right, partner, juice is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. 2nd down and 6 now. Up the middle they go. It's Tucker, and the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Here's 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw. Ellsworth. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen, but this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
So they bring out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 20. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. London about set to take over on offense. Remember, they had the safety go against them the last time they had it. Fortunately, their defense just forced the punt, so they'll try again as they start 1st and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
On 2nd down, it's Cox. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Throwing on 3rd and long, Anderson. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. And they'll send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Pulled in at the 24. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ellsworth. That's caught by Tucker. yards on the pickup there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Ellsworth. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Throwing on 1st down, Ellsworth. He finds his man, complete. It's man. A big play there. 52 yards.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Dragons are an extra point away from going up by 30. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, yeah, I give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set to return it. Here's Turner. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll keep it on the ground. Cox. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Anderson. To the sideline and incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your court? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. first down. Tucker taken down at the 42.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on second down, Ellsworth. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on third down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And it's 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Anderson. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Wide open receiver complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the London first down.
Here's Anderson on 1st and 10. Under pressure, and down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements. Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Tucker. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 126 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Alexander. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 19-yard line.
Back to throw. Ellsworth. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and 2. Ellsworth. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. And they'll run again. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hit.
And he's going to go down, sacked back at the 13-yard line. And that sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play.
The downside for the defense is that they're dealing with a team that's in their red zone, but the upside, not much room to work with for the offense. Fewer windows in the zone for them to throw into. Tough for a quarterback to get a throw off before the pressure ends up getting to him.
On 4th down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost in.
There he goes, left side. It's a big play there. 43 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Anderson. Anderson loses the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long.
Ball start.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Off play action. Anderson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sand.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Going for the deep ball. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go, and you think are going to be successful. Not so far.
Touchdown! 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Dragons add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Anderson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Anderson now to throw on 3rd down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. In trouble, and he's taken down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, we all know this quarterback had to spend plenty of time studying prior to the game, but he has to be tired of seeing these guys, especially him. 3rd time now he's brought this quarterback down. Whole defense has had a great game, but 3 sacks, not hard to find who one of the leaders of that effort was.
Anderson throwing on 3rd and long. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the 4th quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down and 7.
Looking to throw. Ellsworth. He finds his man complete. That's man. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Second down at 6 now from the 42.
Second and 6.
They run the counter. Tucker. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second and 3.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Brooklyn, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Londoners, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.